some of our contract recruiters, because some of our recruiters are W-2 and some of them are contractors. And some of the contractors are like, well, I'm a contractor. I work on other things. And so my LinkedIn is branded with XYZ. And I'm like, well, I don't want you making phone calls for Riderflex unless it says Riderflex as well as whatever else you're doing. So, because I don't want people to be like, well, I looked her up. She didn't work for Riderflex. What the hell's going on here? So that part makes me nervous, but that hadn't been an issue, huh? No. Okay.
Because what we're really doing is, like, if you would run the meetings or Scott would run the meetings, we're building you up. So the focus comes off me very quick, and I'm talking what the value is of the meeting. So if anything, they're going to look you up or look Scott up for that meeting.
Is the email that they're using Riderflex?
Yeah, everything is Riderflex.
Everything's Riderflex except for their brand on LinkedIn. Okay, got it. Yeah. All right, good. That's a good question. You mentioned the phone. This is a passion of mine. I get onto the recruiters about this too. One of my favorite things I say to them, I always say, "Have you called them?" I got this issue. This la 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 la. Have you called them? Have you picked up the phone? I wish. What is it with millennials, especially? Just pick up the damn phone. I mean, you could solve so many things if you would just call somebody.
It is that might be the number one thing that I love about my job, is taking these individuals, much like myself when I came in, who would never want to cold call in a million years, and then seeing like the people that embrace it, they just become like cold-blooded killers. Like, they are amazing. Like, after they go through that experience, it's like, you don't have to want to do it for your whole life, but just do it, learn it, and you will be in a completely different spot. But unfortunately, I tried it when I talked to training. I'm actually talking to our new hire trainings class, our newest training class after this. And that's one of the things I preach on the most, because that's the hardest part of, like, oh, I don't want to make calls. It's like everything happens through calls or face to face. Like, but a lot of people are remote now. There's nothing better than talking to somebody face to face.
It's magical. I really encourage people to do it. And if you're teaching your salespeople to pick up the phone, you're ahead of the game, because, like I said, I get hit with all these firms like, oh, we're going to get you leads. I'm like, well, how do you get the leads? Well, we have this bot, and this new bot that we've created works in LinkedIn and sends these automated emails. I'm like, man, nobody's reading those. Like, what are you talking about? No. And here's the other thing I think is hilarious. My phone number is right on my LinkedIn profile. I mean, all you got to do, it's right there. It's in the content section. And guess how many real, authentic phone calls, by the way, from somebody in the US that I can understand.
Right.
Guess how many of those calls I get? Never.
Not many.
Never.
It's crazy.
I always tell my wife, I'm like, I'm not that hard to find. My phone number's right there.